What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 Superpowers AI only battle. It's getting towards the late game now. We have just passed turn 250, so we will not be doing another info addicts check until the winner is announced. Essentially, that's it. So we won't quite know. It was quite mixed. I think all of the big five, as we've sort of coined them, are doing well at certain things. So yeah, it's a race. I think it's very much open. Maybe Russia has to do a bit more than others. But between the US, Rome, China, and the Zulu, at least from my perspective, I didn't see any of them dominating. I think the Zulu are winning on score. That's just one category. But, you know, there's lots of categories that will go into it. So anyone could really win. I don't really know. I mean, obviously, if you paused it and actually tallied up all the numbers, maybe there is a clear leader. But I didn't. So there you go. But it seemed pretty, you know, it seemed like a good mix. Yeah, maybe Russia does have to do a bit more than the other four, but other than that, the other five seem to be very close and all doing well at their own things. So it's exciting for them, and yeah, we're just going to push on, see how far we can get today, see what happens. But at the moment, there's a lot of settling going on. But once all the land is gone, I think that's when some more wars might break out. As we saw the US and now putting planes in the Oceania region. They should have another settler here. They have a land ship here as well. Rome still has a settler in Australia. They have put this other one down on these islands, and I think the Shoshone will join them in doing the same on this set of islands. Yep, there we go. I don't know where this settler... This one could go to like the middle of New Zealand or Tasmania, maybe. You could squeeze in here, although you'd get pretty weird shaped borders. But it's definitely available. Yeah, those are the last few tiles. The Songhai did just settle the Falkland Islands, so again, that's an area that's gone. We do have Brazil, sort of sadly faltering, of just disappearing, but they're okay for now with Sao Paulo, Salvador. Hopefully they'll get to hold on to these. Also, we saw the Zulu basically grab Argentina, which would have been a big gain, particularly in land for them. This is a huge amount of tiles to get off of one city. I mean, I guess the US got a lot with the Rio, if you include the sea as well. And when they got Belo Horizonte, they got quite a lot as well. But there we go. They could go after even more. The US peace out with the Aztecs, so they do survive for now. I mean, at some point, you imagine the Shoshone will turn up. This war just continues. It's not going to stop, is it, for a long, long time. But yeah, China versus the Shoshone just keeps going. Just not going to stop anytime soon, is it? So we will not pay too much attention. I feel like something weird's going to happen at some point. Like, you know, someone else is going to be at war with one of them and sneak in, and all of a sudden you're going to have, like, Songhai in control of this city, or a Germany. That might be a stretch, but, you know, Siam. Someone random's just going to have a unit nearby and join in and steal it away and then keep it, or something quite weird. I guess the problem is, would they keep it? I don't know. I feel like if someone else took it who was at war with the Shoshone, then maybe they could keep it. No, I don't know, because China would leave them alone. I don't know, because the city is perpetually low because both of them are attacking it, so I don't think that helps too much. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll definitely keep an eye on it. Maybe one day China will push beyond here, but I think the US could join. That could obviously be a pretty big game changer, although they're not too focused on land units, which suggests they're not going to do that. They just have a massive amount of boats and units in the ocean, in both sides, the Atlantic and the Pacific now. Quite a lot of forces. So we'll see what they get up to. See how it goes for them. Come on, who's going to declare a war? Come on, someone's got to give us a big war at some point. It's got to happen. But we can only hope anyway. When will it be? There is settler here. Again, I don't really know. I guess the AI maybe just refuses to give up. But I don't really know. There's definitely not space for all the settlers that are still on their way over here. But it's become a very diverse area. We got obviously a couple of Chinese cities and a nuke just lurking over. America's got some B-17s here. The Zulu have some bombers. We got the Inca. So yeah, so you got four different continents that have managed to settle Australia alone. You've got, I guess this was Brazil initially, but the US is now here, and obviously southern New Zealand, so that's American or North American with the Shoshone as well. Then you've got, I mean, Rome makes it European, makes it 5, but you've got the Zulu from Africa, the Inca South America, China from Asia, And yeah, Rome technically brings Europeans over here. So this is going to be a very diverse and mixed area. And pretty much any war will it, there's a good chance if there's a war breaks out, it will involve civs that also own a city in Oceania, which means we could see fighting over here as well, which is quite interesting to think about. Is this, well, I feel like one of these is new, but maybe not. China maybe still adding some more cities though, which is pretty cool, all things considered. They have a settler here, but not much else going on. How are they surviving? I don't know why the Shoshone aren't killing them. I have a feeling it isn't the Shoshone that are doing a lot of the work. In fact, it might not be at all. I don't. Maybe the Shoshone were never at war with them, and I'm just living in some false reality where that is not the case, I guess. Okay, Russia is still doing damage here, but they cannot get a melee boat, so it's not going to go anywhere. I mean, this trireme has more chance. Could you imagine? I don't know if they're at war. I mean, it might happen. How do you have a battleship and a trireme, Songhai? Why are you skimping out? Why have you not upgraded this unit? Maybe it's been stuck here, I don't know. The battleship's just rocked up to say hello. Interesting though, I'm guessing they have open borders with Rome. Maybe, actually no. No, wait. I don't know, they might. The cargo ship doesn't count, it gets free open borders. Guessing not, because there's nothing in this water. So I'm guessing they went all the way around and then got stuck. I'm guessing that's what happened to Songhai. Similar to these Russian boats. Because of the Shoshone settling here, they sort of blocked everyone. So that's probably it. They probably are at war with... No, they're probably just open borders with Germany. And can't get through Rome. So that's a bit rough. So I'm sure the Shoshone will give it to you if you pay them enough money. Ooh, Russia with the Great Firewall. That's pretty big. They were joint first for technology. Obviously that stops anyone stealing theirs. But, China is still competing with them at the top end. I don't know if they're stealing each other's or not, and China's actually leading right now, so there you go. Oh, we got some war. Oh, they weren't that. Well, we got proven wrong. The Shoshone were not at war with the Aztecs, but they are now. Maybe they'll die soon. And the Inca in there as well, again, not super important. Another US settler. Seriously? Guys? Really? Ooh, China's actually going after the Shoshone down here, which makes sense, to be honest. This settler's got to try and survive. Is that the settler? Is this settler? Was this the one that I said had died and then it's just turned up out of nowhere? No, it must be a new one because they've already grabbed two. I'm sure it's a new one. Like 5% sure at this point, but there we go. Can't win them. Can't win them all. Can't give a good guarantee for everything. How is Siam doing? They have not really been the focus for a while. They have got a good amount of units actually. That's pretty good. They were the 6th biggest military, but it was important to note that there was a big gap between, they were nearer to 5th than they were to the rest of them on that category. So that's, there we go. Right, so they do have a lot of planes. Fighters, bombers, yep, so that's good. That puts them ahead of the Shoshone, I think, definitely with technology. So yeah, I think they're definitely 6th. I think you could argue... No, the info addicts were pretty clear. They snuck in on a few, but they're not quite on the same level as the big 5. Even Russia. Even though they beat Russia to take Persia. Yeah, I don't think they're quite on the same level. Russia is starting to amass quite a big military, but Rome's is big enough, I think, should it break out. Yeah, I don't know what Siam can do, though. That is another issue. I mean, they could probably get to Egypt if it would be a bit of a grind to kill all these boats and then hop over the water, but it's definitely doable. And again, China has really cut them off here, which, I mean, it doesn't matter too much, but it is just a bit awkward. Yeah, I don't really know what Siam can do to grow. I mean, they could go pick off the Inca down here, but then again, is China going to let you do that? You're not going to go after the Zulu. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess for Siam, sadly. There's not really much they can do. They are probably sort of waiting. Maybe they could be a part of a 3-way China, Siam, Rome invasion of Russia. That would be pretty crazy. That would be really interesting to see how that panned out. Obviously, probably a bit unfair on Russia. There's a lot of units over here too, and a lot of planes. A lot of nukes. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 nuclear weapons. And they're all on the eastern side. Oh, they have one here for Rome. Just one. Well, that shows who that Russia is more scared of. They are clearly feeling more threatened by China, who is, of course, maybe not as big as Rome, although that, I don't know now, maybe it feels like an understatement. It's because they have a lot of water, I think, and islands, but yeah, they are still pretty big. They do have Japan and Korea, but you know, apart from that, they just have China. Like, I feel like it just feels like they're a normal size, if that makes sense. Whereas Rome is obviously way bigger than the Roman Empire ever was. Although they do miss some parts of it, you know, they've made up for that. They have they have a lot of stuff here. Maybe similar size. I don't know. I don't remember how far it stretched upwards. I know it at points. It was in the UK. It got like into. They got into the UK at one point, but I don't know how far. And obviously this map's distorted, so it doesn't matter to it. Rome is huge, right? You wouldn't expect a European civ to have all of Europe, but normally, whereas China, their main territory is just China. And obviously they got Korea and Japan as well, I guess. But you know, for the most part, like this area, you just sort of expect them to have it anyway. So I think maybe that distorts your perception a little bit. Rome did squeeze a settler in here in the northern part of the desert. Doesn't there's any, oh, they settled on some incense. So there you go. There is some resources there. The US has a settler. Not really sure where that will end up. China is going after this city. We'll see if they can do enough. The Zulu also has a settler. Looks like they will get Tasmania. Anything else going on? Nope. Songhai will not be conquering the Aztecs. There we go. They also added a new settlement in here with 2 population. So there we go. I'm surprised they have survived this long. I mean, Shaq has been very kind. I don't even know where his military is. Like, what are they doing? You'd think they'd just be lined up with the Songhai and stuff, but that is not the case. Okay, the Aztecs have finally been killed. That didn't take long once the Shoshone were actually in the war. I was giving them so much a hard time for so long. They weren't even in it. I feel bad now. They do have a few units left, so they might get it back. But we will see. It's going to be a mess either way. And they did grab this back again, temporarily. China is starting to power drop troopers in, which is a bit rough. I mean, up against Comanche riders as well. But yeah, I mean, China's just got them penned in with like the submarines. They can hardly leave. They're going to find it very difficult to make the crossing through the Pacific. I guess there's kind of a safe channel here through the US territories to this island, and then you sort of sneak around. But China is in the area. It's going to be, yeah, they can't really go this way. They have to go through this little run the gauntlet down here and hope that there's no Chinese units. And at the moment there isn't. There's this infantry, but that can't kill you in the water. There is a lot more boats around New Zealand. But yeah, the submarines are mainly focused up here. So that's maybe some good news for the Shoshone, who do have their own bombers now, so that means they can at least, you know, continue to be of annoyance to China. Which is something, I guess. Better than nothing. Just keep annoying them. You'll get it done. Oh, the Aztecs did retake that. Okay. Hopefully not too many times. They lost the cannon. Oh no, they didn't lose the cannon, actually. So the Shoshone lose 2 cities. That's pretty rough, but again, we'll probably see them capture them both back next turn anyway. So I won't be too concerned. Surely we're gonna get a big war. Surely someone's got to be brave enough. Just, you know, even if they team up, you know, do what you got to do. Team up, just get it declared. That's all we're asking. We're not asking. Surely we're not asking for too much. You just need to, you know, put your millions of people in your population at risk and risk losing everything that you've built up over this game. It's not a huge ask, guys. Come on, really. You just get it done. That's surely that's it, right? Surely, what more do I need to do to these civs? Come on. Can't be that hard. Come on, guys. Come on. How did Russia do against Germany? I think, yeah, they just ran out. They don't have anything that can conquer it, so that's really rough. They're not going to... Oh, they didn't even get the other one either. They came really close, but now they don't have any units here. And there you go, the Shoshone does retake both of those cities. We will make... If nothing happens between now and the end of this episode, I will skip ahead till something does happen for the next episode, so don't worry. I won't force you to stare at nothing. I know some of you have said you love my ramblings that we go on sometimes, but there we go. The game heard. The game delivers. I don't know what America v the Shoshone really means. I mean, maybe they will. Sorry, the Zulu v Shoshone. Maybe they'll grab a couple of islands. But yeah, it's a bit far apart. But the US v the Shoshone is really big. Now, I'm not sure how ready the US is for this. They did just settle another city, Cleveland. But yeah, on China. Oh my goodness, China. Why would you peace out now? Now is the best time to stay in this war. After like 1,000 years of fighting in the Pacific, they peace out. I guess maybe China now feels they can do with the Zulu, and maybe it's a trigger, yeah. I mean, if the US and the Zulu are busy invading the Shoshone somehow, maybe China feels they could attack Russia or something safely. Maybe this is all gonna ignite the torch paper, or whatever the saying is. I don't know. Light the first spark, and the whole world will just come crumbling down. We'll see. We'll see. It could be pretty big. But yeah, the US, I mean, I fancy them to win. I do. It's just whether they have enough, like, that is available. Obviously, all these boats will probably see swarm through into the Pacific Ocean. So it could get quite rough quite quickly. But there we go. We got a monster war to focus on. Two of the biggest powers. One of the big five, and probably the 7th placed Civ on pure power, especially with the fall of Brazil. I don't know if the Inca could maybe have an argument there, but it doesn't matter, you know, 7th, 8th. I think the Shoshone do have a lot more cities. There's only 7 here, or 8. The Shoshone have like 15, so I'm gonna give the Shoshone 7th place for now. But yeah, this is gonna be rough. The Zulu's turn has only just begun. The turns are taking a while at the moment, but that's okay. It's not too bad. Okay, the Zulu's turn has just decided to take forever there. We're ready, we're ready. Next turn. Here we go. US, what are you going to do? How damaging is this first turn going to be? I don't know, does the US have nukes? They have a couple there. Are they? It's very rare that AI just uses them, and yeah, they didn't. Or did they? No, they didn't. There's a lot of cities already low, so just keep an eye. This one obviously is already low. I don't think they'll get there, but there is units around. This one is looking very close, and that would kill some of the Shoshone planes. The Aztecs actually snuck in to recover. We have another massive war there, which I will look at in a second and break down. I just want to see what the US did a lot this turn. And they also attacked this city, a lot of damage, and that has a lot of planes in it too, so they need to be careful. And yeah, the US getting this, that would sort of cut some of the cities off. That would make it really messy for Iceland and the Faroe Islands cities. That would get really messy really quickly. So the US, good first turn. But here we go, Rome and China teaming up. That's not good for Russia. They are the left one. They've been left out. The Zulus teamed up with America. Rome's teamed up with China, and that's the scary alliance, isn't it, for Russia, Rome and China. But they have teamed up against the Inca. Rome can kind of squeeze in here, but I don't think they'll contribute too much. But again, China, if they really go for this, they could rain some havoc on the Incan coastline, and I think it'll be a bit easier to attack and hold on to cities here, particularly where they're sort of one-tile thin strips of land here in Central America. And of course, if China got control of the Panama Canal, that would be huge. Brazil and the Zulu do peace out, and the Brazilians did not give anything away. Thank goodness. Thank good. Oh, and the Shoshone just killed the Aztecs again. Now they've just got a worker, so unless the peace deal comes like now, that worker will probably be killed next turn, and the war, they will be eliminated as well. Let me know, has anyone spotted the Indonesian unit yet? I don't know. Sorry if you commented last time because you spotted it. That video is not out yet, so sorry. But yeah, I mean, if you spotted it, well done. I have not spotted it. Not that I've been paying a huge amount of attention, but I do think I would spot it, like, if you saw it, right? You think it would just sort of catch your eye. I don't know, it could be anywhere, though, right, at this point, if they are still actually... They must have a unit alive, I think, to appear on the demographics, which are loading very slowly. Oh, they've dropped off now. So either the Aztecs are just worse, or... Maybe they are dead. Maybe the unit died. I don't know. Poor Indonesia. It was a fun game. They must have been alive when I first said it. So maybe there is still time. But obviously, if I never showed them on the screen, that's going to be a bit harsh. Can't really expect you to find it. Right, here we... Oh, did you nuke this? I think they might have done. Unless they just used... They don't have that many planes, so I think they might have actually... They can't have done that much damage with one B-17. So I think they may have actually... America may have just gone for it. Oh my goodness. It takes a while for the radiation to load in, but also this capital has 7 food, 3 production, 5 science. That's pretty good. To be fair, aren't all cities pretty good? No. But yeah, there we go. They did actually grab Hukandeka here, so that's already something China was trying to do. They kept losing this, and they tried to come over here. It didn't work, but the US gets straight in there. Gets the job done. They also grabbed this city up here. And did they get any more? No. But there you go. They gained 2 already. And this is going to be huge. Obviously, the score, the victory is very much on the line for all 5 of the big civs. And yeah, the US is certainly going to be the early climber if they have a lot of success against the Shoshone. Obviously, then it's going to be on the Zulu and Co to do other stuff. But the Shoshone do re-grab those 2 cities. At least for now. At least temporarily. There we go. Bismarck has entered the modern era. Yay, there you go, Germany. You're getting there. Slowly. Playing that role. Keeping the UK afloat. America has entered the information era. Good job. Well done, the US. You're not too far behind Russia and China, I guess. Not that it really matters. Not that it's going to matter too much. I mean, normally they're... I don't know, I guess it matters a bit, but like Russia obviously doesn't matter because they're not next to you. And I mean, China, a US-China fight in the Pacific would be awesome to see in this game. That would be really cool. Probably not going to get it, and again, I don't know if the US would be so committed to it. I don't think we'd see like lots of cities falling, but it would be really interesting, like strategically. Obviously, you've got a front line here in the islands. I think China is definitely stronger in the Pacific, which doesn't necessarily mean it probably won't be too exciting. But there we go. It could be kind of cool. I think that's the only way that those two... That's probably like the most probable big war. I don't know. Like Zulu v Rome is logistically a bit of a nightmare. Unless the Songhai died first. Yeah, crossing the Mediterranean, Rome's always going to win that battle. They've just got so many boats and stuff in here to make it very difficult for Shaka. I guess Rome could come the other way if they were winning. US v Rome in the Atlantic. That would be interesting. Probably not quite. I don't know. Something about this US-China would be really cool if they both went for it. They probably won't. Okay, we are getting some more stuff. The Inca v Brazil. So the Inca are obviously not too worried about the wars declared on them. Oh, this poor boat. You've messed up. That is rough. But yeah, the Inca v Brazil, I mean, they might get something, but it's going to be difficult to get here. Like, physically get here. But, you know, I'm going to root for them. Good luck, because, you know, Brazil's going to die at some point. And Siam, I mean, that's a bit far away. I don't know, there's no Brazilian colonies left. I don't know why Siam's involved, but maybe everyone's just showing who they're friends with and who they're allied with. Siam and the Inca, clearly a bit of a team. Germany, I don't know how the ideology... We had that revolution in Rome, but I don't think anyone else had one. Nope, they're just Rome and China order. Germany went freedom and is having a big revolutionary wave. America and the Songhai having dissidents in the autocracy squad. How is it so bad in the US but not very bad anywhere else? I guess the US is heavily influenced by Rome and China, just being bordering them. I guess that's how it works. It's such a complicated mechanic. I'm sure someone might explain it all, or know how to explain it all to me. But yeah, it doesn't matter too much, right? It's the US, a lot of dissidents will probably flip to order at some point, which would be quite interesting. That would really disrupt their efforts here at the moment. Okay, that is a lot of B-17s turning up and nukes. I don't think they nuked this. It's still not showed up, and everything else doesn't look pillaged. So maybe there was just some B-17s, you know, with good range from down here that I was missing. Now there's loads of planes here. But yeah, not the best start. They've got this city again, but they sort of lost the progress they made up here. But yeah, they're going to go for this, and you can see the capital is not... There's a 1 tile from the border anyway, so that could fall pretty easily to the US at any point. Rome v the Inca. I didn't think anything would happen. I'm just going to... Yeah, nothing. This caravel is playing with its life. A few Chinese scouts may want to be careful. Okay, Russia. Not sure that's the move. But you know what? I like it. We're getting wars. That's what we wanted. That's what we were asking for. Russia v Shoshone. Actually, to be fair, the Shoshone did tactically screw them by settling this city. So if Russia does get open borders with Rome, which they do have, so... Yeah, if they actually came out here and went and conquered these cities, I wouldn't say that's the worst idea. That's caused them some issues in the past. Obviously, you're still dependent on Rome giving you open borders, but, you know, go for it. You have literally got no other choice, to be honest. Like, if you're not going to attack Rome or China or, you know, Siam in the south, which you've shown you've struggled with, then, yeah, I mean, that your only option is to come out here, kill the Shoshone, and try and get Germany. And then, I mean, at that point, I don't even know where you go from there, but... If they took all of that, I feel like they might be more confident to attack a Rome or something, or team up with Rome against America. I don't know, do something random, something crazy. We'll see what happens, but you know, just do something. The US is continuing this sort of siege. They're not doing too bad, so that's good news for them. I like to see that. Not giving up. There we go, turn 262. So we're going to take a few more episodes at this current pace, but at least now we've got some wars. It won't feel as bad. It was getting a bit frustrating, but there we go. Now we've got some. It's going to be a lot more interesting. So yeah, I don't even know how to describe it. There we go. It feels good to have some wars. The US, oh, okay, they're not going to take this just yet. Fair enough. There's not much around this infantry, I guess. The land ship probably could have done it. There's no road. They don't really trade with each other. There's a road up to here, which they could exploit. I mean, this city is actually better. I don't know if it has good... I guess it has good production because of these mines. But yeah, this city is actually bigger. So keep an eye on that one. This one's now at 16 as well. Yeah, low health on these 4 western cities. If the US could grab these, that would be huge, because then they would also border China up here. Then we are really talking about a Pacific rivalry. Because at the moment, the US is definitely more Atlantic than Pacific. But if they were to go that way, that would be really cool to see. I don't know why. I just want to see something in the Pacific, I guess. It's pretty rare. Like, normally they just ignore each other. So yeah, it would be pretty cool. It's not usually the main focus point of these games. Yeah, Russia is obviously not going to progress too much. Is China... Are they sending stuff? Is there like evidence? They're stacking some stuff up around here. I don't know if they will send it all over to the Inca. I don't think they will. The Inca just added another new city here on the Galapagos Islands. Lovely. The Inca have got open borders with the US, so they could go to Brazil. I'm not sure they quite will. Oh, no. Wait, where was that? Oh, that was the... Okay, fine. Phew. I thought... Okay, so this city is Hukandeka, but the Zulu took Yahandeka, so I was a bit worried that the Zulu had stole that one away from the US. But there we go. The Zulu take North New Zealand, or the North New Zealand island. They also grabbed Tasmania, so they add some more cities. They are now sort of the main civ with 4 cities in Australia and New Zealand. I guess if you include New Guinea, you'd say China's the dominant one, and overall China's obviously way more present in the area. But yeah, the Zulu, I guess, has the most cities in the Oceania region for now, depending on what you count New Guinea as. I don't know, is New Guinea part of Oceania or Asia? I have no idea. Indonesia is part of Asia, so I have no idea, but maybe New Guinea could be whatever you want. I think, isn't it half and half? Or is that just the island? Maybe it's just the island. Shoshone have lost their original capital. The US now controls 4 original capitals. Mosencarni, Washington. Oh, the Aztecs and the Mayans? No, they don't have the Mayans. Tenochtitlan. Oh, they have Rio. Okay, that's why. Yeah. I do wonder, they only just took this stuff when we did the info addicts at 250. So it takes some time for some of it to build into your numbers. So they might actually be even better now, and that's before you include all the stuff they take from the Shoshone. So they could really climb up the rankings. And Russia completes the Sydney Opera House. So that's going to be another wonder, some more points. They all count. They all add across the whole board of the info addicts. Everything, little thing like that does play some importance. Are we going to get it? What are we thinking? Look at this border. What does this border tell us? They actually have open borders, so it's not really even a border, but... Oh, Rome did settle here. That's pretty recent. And they put a nuke there. Oh, Russia has bought a lot more... Okay, now has 6 nukes in Turkey, so they have really changed them. Oh, yeah, all the nukes are now over here. Oh, Russia, all nuclear missiles. They must have a ton of uranium. That's insane. How many nukes they have. Please tell me they... Okay, there's more atomic bombs there. Is there one? No, that's just a jet fighter. Okay, they have moved them away. I was going to say if there's still all the ones over here, that's insane. But they do not have those. Thank goodness. But that will be it for this episode. So as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. I hope you're excited. We've got some big wars now for the final 35 turns. But as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you are new to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.